Am I the a-hole for not wanting to pay my boyfriend's mortgage? My boyfriend 29M and I 26F have been talking about moving in together. I thought the plan was to rent a place and split it 50-50ths, which sounded completely fair to me. But recently, he told me that his plan was actually to buy a condo and have me pay him what I currently pay for rent. Basically, I'd be paying him rent while he owns the property and builds equity. He's mentioned multiple times that he doesn't want to waste money on rent. I was really thrown off by this. I thought moving in together meant we'd both save money and share expenses, but instead, it sounds like I'd be paying the same as I do now. I live on my own, only this time it would go toward his mortgage, not a shared living situation. I understand that it's his investment and he's taking on the financial risk, but it still doesn't feel fair. If we were renting, we'd be equals. With this setup, it feels like I'd be a tenant in my boyfriend's home, not a partner building a life together. This hits a bit of a nerve for me because I've been in a somewhat similar situation before. In my last relationship, my ex and I also moved in together and split rent based on our salaries. He took on more of the financial responsibility. Eventually, we decided to buy a condo together. A few months later, we broke up and he told me I was to keep the condo. Owning the condo after the breakup was terrifying. At the time, I couldn't really afford it alone, but I managed to make it work. I told myself after that experience that I'd never put myself in a financially vulnerable or unbalanced position again. Now, with my current boyfriend suggesting this setup where he buys a place and I pay him rent, essentially covering part of his mortgage, it's bringing up a lot of those same fears. It doesn't feel equal or emotionally secure. He's even pointed out that I already have a condo, though it's in a different state, so I think he feels like it's only fair if he has his own too. I don't expect to be on the deed or anything, but I also don't think it's fair for me to pay the same amount I pay now while he gains equity. I'd be totally fine renting together and splitting things evenly, but this feels different. Our relationship has been really good overall, but this situation is making me anxious. I don't want to feel like I'm helping someone else pay off their property while taking on all the risk if things don't work out. Am I overreacting or being unreasonable here? How would you approach this conversation or arrangement to make it fair and emotionally balanced for both of us? So am I the a-hole for not agreeing on his suggested setup?
Here are the top comments.
Tell him if you're going to be paying the same amount, it's best to stay put where you are. You can visit him, he can visit you, but you'll maintain your independence and not feel exploited.
Not the a-hole. It's one thing to pay a portion of rent to him because paying something for housing is reasonable. Paying the full amount that you pay living on your own isn't reasonable.